Let's see if we can't do something about my boredom.
All right, we need to sail across the overworld map. Can you imagine it? To new lands, distant lands even, son, with our good friends. We're actually going to pay another visit to Prototype Island because I forgot to grab another enemy skill. I was too busy making that robot blow himself up. Okay. Just always be aqua breathing on the ocean. Those, the TH on those enemies' names stands for thunder. They're one of those enemies Sakaguchi likes to put in the ocean so that you're like, well, I'll just use lightning attacks. And then spoilers, they absorb lightning attacks. It's very funny. I can hear Sakaguchi laughing in the past. Joke's on him. Just wait till Spirits Within comes out. And you get disavowed by Squaresoft. God, imagine a world where that movie didn't come out and it wasn't terrible. We might still have Squaresoft. We might still have good Final Fantasy games. It just hurts to think about. It's a bad thing that happened. I actually saw that movie in theaters. It was the same evening that I bought the Diablo 2 expansion, Lord of Destruction, son. You might think I was excited about the new job classes, Assassin and Druid, or the new Act 5, but the most exciting thing about Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction was it doubled the size of your stash. You could hoard even more garbage, son. All the perfect skulls you could carry. They didn't have rune words back then. That wasn't the style at the time. Well, anyway, this thing can use... Oh, I thought I could control you. So... This prototype has a move called Flamethrower that we can learn. And I completely forgot that you don't actually control it to do that. You just have to hope. You just have to have hope in your heart. Okay, then let's throw learning on two of you. Yeah, that's about right. That looks like a set of equipment. We can put you all in the back row since you're not going to be meleeing that damn robot. I guess... Well, I want you to have white magic. What are the odds that he won't hit Bartz or Ferris with his blue magic? All of you just looking at each other and then looking at Sakaguchi's ghost, and then all of you just started laughing. Blaster. I barely know her. Well, there's one less person that could get hit. Galef must have talked the most shit because he immediately got hit with Blaster. Ooh! Ah! You love to see it. I fully expected him to never hit either one of them with that ability, son. You gotta love it. Now we just need Galef to stay alive long enough to take control of the damn thing and make him blow up. I don't know if you could beat this thing without the control command at this point in the game. I guess that's why they hid it down here on this island. I do love the fact that they reward you for... you know, exploring all these little islands, son. It's one of my favorite things in classic JRPGs, especially Final Fantasies, is to have some cool, unique enemy on an island. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. So Flamethrower is just single target fire damage, but it's good. And if you have a fire boosting, let's say Flame Rod or some such equipped, it does even more damage, son. Feel Swift is like, write that down. Write that down. Feel Swift here with the amazing new Fire Rod. Take your fire elemental damage to a new level and destroy the enemies that would subjugate the good people of the JRPG world. Ninja gear. Mithril glove. Then I'm gonna bring that mithril glove. Should we kill some more prototypes as a joke? Or are we having too good a time? I think we're having too good a time. We can stop for now. Thunder. Thunder rod. Go. Okay. Now that that horrible, horrible crime has been rectified, we'll keep on sailing to the Crescent Island, where only good things can happen. Son, with a name like Crescent, it has to be good. It has to be. So they designed this place in a way that you have to sail into here to get to the town because of how the mountains are placed. I'm sure that doesn't portend anything, if that was a word that I didn't make up. Oh, hey, you look like a bunch of assholes that I'm gonna thunder scroll. Have I mentioned recently that ninja is real good? Attack first, ask questions later. So that ability, if you equip it, it increases the chance of getting preemptive strikes. I'm not even going to patronize you kids on pointing out that that's a good thing. Like, thank you, Uncle Tenfey. Finally, a little recognition. Where are all the rat women at? Oh no, that old man is shocked because he just realized there's no cute rat ladies in Crescent, son. The bad times. I like to think that was a strong bad reference that Arch just said, what the crap. I don't recall parking our ship way out there, so I'm not exactly sure why it's over there and sinking. Well, I guess we'll just live here until we die. If you'd have told me 5 minutes ago that I was going to live with the Crescent until I died, I'd have been like, hell yeah. But now that I realize it's just a shitty town full of shitty humans, never mind. We get a lot of earthquakes here and whirlpools. He laughed and said we're unlucky. Man, I hate this guy. You're the worst. I hope X-Death gets released and kills you specifically. This island is blessed. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. The fertile soil. You crowd don't know nothing about nothing. A black chocobo, son. They can go across rivers and mountains in Final Fantasy VII. It's true. Gramps used to tell me that rock-like monsters really hate gold needles. Oh, well, I'm glad your granddad read the ancient texts. The minstrel's house. Look at this spoony bard. Just because you taught me a bard song doesn't make you not spoony. Here, let me tickle these ivories right fast. Flawless. The Spencer Mansion never stood a chance, boys. I'm gonna find all them crests and keys and grenade launchers. Live like a king, boys. Live like a king. What do you sell at your magic shop? Oh, a bunch of shit I already know. My favorite. My favorite. Once again, who else is learning this magic? I'm pretty sure we're the only warriors of light, unless there's warriors of darkness. You're not telling me that at some point in the past, the light overflowed and warriors of darkness were chosen. That sounds like something you made up. I ain't never played Final Fantasy III. I guess you have an underground well, spring, son, and Morton Joe would like to have a hold of that. Strange noises coming from underground. Well, which is it? Is the ground here plentiful and magical and the honey flows like water, or are there creepy ghosts underground? You kind of need to make up your mind. The armor shop. The armor shop. I'm gonna buy it. I ain't buying none of this garbage I already have. Man, this place is awful. How come you got to make me so discouraged by a place with such a pretty name? Oh wow, I could buy elemental bows and a harp. That's fantastic. If I become a shitty archer or a spoony bard, you'll be the first man I tell about it. He's like, I don't think they're coming back. I get the feeling they don't particularly care for those job classes. I need to rethink my business model. I should eat a pony. Hey, this old guy's a kick. Tell us about the ruins. You can find ruins of Vronka on the western continent. It's really weird, though, is that artifacts found there are same ones found on this island. Is it like Pangea or some shit? Son, ancient aliens? Yo, Pops, these folks want to know about the chocobos. Black chocobos were glorious birds born and bred in the forest. Once you mounted one, you could only dismount in a forest. What, do you glued to the damn thing's back? Now they're all extinct. Really? Well, then I guess we'll just never think about them again. The item shop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I guess we should have a couple of tents. Teepees and wigwams, son. But we need to relax. I guess let's go to bed. Maybe when we wake up, this place will be better. Maybe I'll wake up with some rat ladies laying on top of me, son. The dream. Yeah. Half-hearted hype. Look, if we all want to sit down and have brunchfast, there's only 3 stools. One of us will have to stand for it. Look at this nice painting. Am I going to fight a unique monster in there and get a unique rage on the Velt for Gao that breaks the game? You're like, stop spoiling Final Fantasy VI, Uncle Tenfey. God. Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but walk around, fight monsters, and maybe explore this forest. Monsters first, though. I said monsters first, thank you. Oh no! That lizard's got 2 heads. Also back attack. That's fun. Okay, here's how we're going to handle this. You are going to throw a fit. No, that's just what they'd expect. Let's see. What if we were to Deathclaw you? Which puts him at critical HP, so even from the back row, Ferris should kill him in 1 hit. Dead. Then you could cast... Oh wait, you've got the wrong rod equipped. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Oh no, I'm inexplicably not boosting the right elemental damage. How embarrassing. Then there was the Harvester. What have you got equipped? What do you know anything? Oh yeah, you got this. Just confuse him for a second. He looks like he's not all there to begin with. The reason we want to kill this guy last is the last enemy you kill is the one who you'll potentially get their item drop. And he has a unique weapon, or at least unique for this point in the game, that I want to have. Dead. And everybody did a good job. Oh wow, you didn't drop your item, huh? Not that I'm mad or anything, Baka. Baka Harvester. I'm gonna fight a couple of those. Because it'd be real interesting if we get their drop. What the hell? Just permanent back attack status, apparently. Okay. Let's try the same series of events. So Deathclaw paralyzes the enemy and drops them to critical HP. It's why it's so good. And you won't be able to learn it until much later in the game if you don't get it from that Deathclaw at the end of the Explodey Castle. You know what? I'm just going to summon Ifrit like I should have done to start with. Wow, look who's real hardy. Look who eats at Carl's Jr.'s. Chop. Chop. All right, we'll fight one more and then I'll get on with it. I won't keep dragging this shit out for you kids. You like put the Tenfey experience? Wow, we actually got a back or a non-back row battle. I didn't know they still made those. What's the best way to go about this? Let's just chop you all up. The Black Flame has an enemy skill, but we'll just get that at some future point. This isn't the only time we're going to fight him. 69, dude. Well, look who's just missing every day. Always be missing. Ifrit again. Ifrit on the beach. My favorite cocktail. It's made with Goldschlager, Fireball, and Frank's Red Hot Sauce. Well, you were silenced, so you can't scream as you're being dragged into hell. Okay. I feel bad because on my personal pan playthrough, I got that drop on the very first one of those I killed. So the fact that I didn't when I'm recording it for you kids just feels bad, but it doesn't matter. It's not like we need it. Well, hey there. Well, look who ran off a waddle in his ass. Everybody, let's be good friends. Quit up. Work it, baby. A black choco. He looks more purple to me. Black chocobos can fly. Apparently not very good. He didn't get it. Did you break him or something, man? That's harsh. Ferris doesn't believe in the Heimlich maneuver. She's a fan of if somebody's choking, you just whip the dog shit out of them. You just start beating their back. Apparently he had 2 crystal shards in here. And apparently we're just assuming that when the fire crystal exploded across the world in Karnak Castle, that 2 of the shards landed in this chocobo, or they landed here and he ate them or something. It must be heavy. Because he couldn't fly. What were we missing out on? The best jobs in the game? Bard and Ranger. Wow. Wow. They're still sticky with spooniness. Letting y'all enjoy chocobo music. We started the game riding a chocobo, Boko the chocobo to be specific, but this is like the first time we've actually got to hear chocobo music, son. Final Fantasy V loves to tease you. So like they say, we can only land in a forest where we can fly wherever the hell we want. Apparently he flies higher than a wind drake because we can fly over mountains. So let's go exploring. And wherever they got woods, we got choco power. He can't fly over these like taller mountains. So we could fly back to the castle, Tycoon Castle, or we can fly over here to Waltz Castle, where the water crystal people were. Remember the water crystal people? Remember earlier in the game? Good times. Good times. What level is everybody? Okay, we need somebody to gain 1 level, and then we can go get level 5 death. Oh, hey. How's it going, buddy? Look, I could fly over mountains. What a shame. What a shame. Son, the logo for this game, instead of being the Wind Drake, should be the damn Black Chocobo. Why didn't they build the whole damn Final Fantasy out of the Black Chocobo, son? Bards be spoony. Let's go in here for some free heals. Now, you remember Final Fantasy IV had the Black Chocobo, but it was only really used for one part of the game. Oh, yeah. Fat heals and hot deals. Okay, how's everybody's XP looking? We only want 1 character to level up Because if all 4 characters are level 20, then level 5 death will just kill the whole party. And we can't really learn it that way. So I have a plan, a sneaky plan that nobody would suspect. Nobody would suspect. You're like, I'm starting to get a little bit suspicious of Tenfey's plan. And you're like, ah, yes, but do you suspect? That's the question everybody's asking. Okay, how are we going to go about this? I'll tell you right smart quick. Okay. Okay. If there was a forest near the pirates' hideout, I'd land and talk to Boca. So here's that strange forest I was talking about. At the beginning of the game, there were 4 stones here. If James Sunderland showed up, there'd be a bloody message that said there were 4 stones here. They're gone now. And then he'd smother the earth crystal to death with a pillow. So apparently, when each of the crystals broke, one of them disappeared. That's kind of interesting. We can actually visit several locations we couldn't before, but first, level 5 death. I can't get distracted. Here is the current iteration of hashtag the plan. Y'all are gonna love it, son. Just like with the slap chop. You loving that guy's nuts, the scout from TF2 who sold the slap chop, remember? Remember Billy Mays? Where's the best place to go about this? Trying to think where the enemy density would be the best. Let's see, what abilities do you currently... Okay, you've got blue magic. You've got blue magic. It would be a blue tragic if you didn't have that blue magic. Okay, I think we could just go up near the library. It's a good thing. A good thing. It's a good thing. So what we're actually supposed to do is fly this thing up here and talk to Sid in mid and then advance forward like Crawd did that time. Yeah, in Star Ocean 2. Are y'all familiar with it? Okay, we want to get in a fight with multiple enemies present. Let's walk around and hope that happens. Oh boy. I'm going to learn level 5 death. And then I'm going to go to Fuddrucker, son, and hope Michael Kaufman's there. Well, look at that one enemy. What a shame. Mission Gaku! Okay, good. He didn't die. So now I can do this. I can do this. Tail. Flail that tail. So it does your current HP and damage. Bill Swift knows. Okay, well that was straightforward. Now we just need to do that again. The Sanford and Son thing will get us through this. Okay, this is fine. Everything's fine because you can get all blowed up. Boom. And then you can summon elemental power. Hooray. Now she should only need to win a couple of fights and she'll hit level 20. And that'll be plenty. Now let's save before I fuck this up so we ain't got to do it again. I'd like to know I can fight more than one damn enemy at a time. And didn't even have the decency to die. What an asshole. Oh, I should have done this with the Wild Nax. They always come in a pack of 5. 469s will get her to her next level. Son, I know that feeling. Okay. I hope no packs of dogs attack me. Oh, hey, guys. I like how we got a back attack. Because you always got to get back attacks. Miyazaki loves it. Okay, are you all done slapping me? They're like, no. We'll never be done. Well, you can go to hell. Fire. Dead. All right, one more of those. And we'll be right where we want to be. Well, we made up for the back attack with a preemptive strike. We didn't even need Zach Fair's materia. Hooray! Okay. I'm glad this all worked out. Back to the library. All right, we're gonna go drink some water after you all talk. I like to think the three of them are unconscious and Lena's just dragged their bodies in here and is doing their voices for them. We found Crescent Island, but the fire-powered ship sank, and there were no rat ladies. Sid's like, my God, it's worse than I thought. It's worse than I thought. We'll just have to hold out and hope that we're reincarnated in the world of Final Fantasy IX and that we can visit Clara. So apparently they saw King Tycoon and he went to the desert on a chocobo with no name. The town of Ruin lies past the desert. These both sound like wonderful places that everyone would want to visit. He was floating. Did he grab the Midgar's Salmer or whatever snake and impale him on a tree? Are we being led by Genova's sails? Son. We crossed the burning sand every day and liked it. I like Ferris's attitude. Everyone else is like, oh, we can't ever get across the desert. Blue hoo hoo. 3D Squeldon was there crying that we'll never cross the desert. And Ferris is like, why don't we go there and see if we can? And Caleb's like, shut up. I wanted to go there first. It was my idea. You stole it. Okay, here's the plan. We're going to give you learning. And we're going to give you back your black magic. Okay, now we just need one of them damn books to use level 20 death on us before everybody else levels up. So let's save first. The Black Chocobo's like, man, I ain't even involved in this, you crowd. He's only helping us because we gave him the Heimlich, and by that I mean, once again, Ferris just slapped the shit out of him. Remember one time as a kid, I was choking on a piece of candy, and I mean, I don't even know if the Heimlich maneuver was common public knowledge back then. And I recall my mom slapping me on the back, and I coughed the candy up, so I didn't die. Imagine that. Imagine that. If I'd have choked on that piece of candy, you would never be watching us. Hey, buddy! Could you do me a favor and use level 5 death like you were teasing earlier? He's like, no, I don't want to now. Oh, boy! Lena's like, yeah, this is wonderful, guys. Wonderful. Glad I could be part of it. And since you're weak to fire, I'm going to hit you with a flame. All burned up. Oh, hey. Flamethrower much? Or, excuse me, fire. Oh, look who's back for more. Look who hasn't had his ass kicked enough, eh? If I was Tom of the Dover Boys, who Homestar Runner dressed up as a couple of Halloweens ago. Unhand her, Dan X Death. Oh boy, level 5 death is good, because every now and then you'll come across a pain in the ass enemy that you have no other way of dealing with, and then you'll be like, oh wait, what's your level again? And they'll be like, you know, 25. I'm like, oh, okay, just sit there for 1 second. I got to select some blue magic. Some blue magic. And your day's about to get blue tragic. Alright, we could take learning off of Lena. Give you back your thunder rod. You'll get us a sip of the good stuff. Ooh, why can't I just take that pot with me, man? Why don't I just have an IV of that hooked up to my arm so I could be immortal? All right, what's the first thing we're going to do? Okay. Remember a second ago when I said there's pain in the ass enemies that you can't do nothing about unless their level happens to be a multiple of 5? You're like, yes, Uncle Tenfey. And do you remember earlier when we went into the creepy basement of Walt's Castle and there was some hateful little gremlin called the Jackanapes that we couldn't do nothing about? You're like, yes, Uncle Tenfey, get to the point. The point is, I just happen to know, after we get in this pointless, shitty, random battle, oh no, these things from 100 years ago, how will we ever defeat them? How will we ever? You couldn't even do damage to Galef and he's a time mage. All right. No, that's over with. I just happen to know that the Jackanapes is level 20. It's true. Look it up. Check your local ancient texts. Write your local congressman about level 20 enemies. But don't take my word for it. Doot. Oh no, I hope there's no creepy monsters down here. Ah, real creepy monsters. Oh, I happen to know for a fact that the Jackanapes always gets you in a back attack unless you have a thief. Of hearts, preferably. If you can manage it. I'm not going to be stealing, so we don't need to worry about that. Do. Oh no, not a spooky monster. Whatever shall I do? Wherever shall I go? I know where you're going, straight to hell. And everybody had a good time. Just to be an asshole, even if you do beat him, he drops 1 gil. That's petty. That's like leaving a penny for a tip. 1,000 gil. 1,000 gil. And the speed spell. The spell is known as quick in some translations of the game. It's a time magic that's real neat. We'll probably use at some point. He doesn't even give an ability point. A certified asshole. And what is our reward? Well, we'll find out here in just a fucking second, won't we? Too fast? For ya? I do love the death animation of the grinning skull with 3 eyes. Boom, a second elf cape. Let's talk about spoiled. Boom, they're always good on your melee characters because they increase their dodge chance. Keep your dodge chance high. I'm mashing, oh yeah. Crowd upstairs are not going to believe it. They're like, you killed that scary thing in the basement? I'm like, well, I killed several of them, but they just keep coming back. Stephen King wrote a book about it. Back to Ninja. The Moon Ring is stronger attack power. Optimized just picks like highest defense and highest attack power, so you can't always rely on it. That's why I have it set in the options where when I change classes, my characters become asshole naked. It's really the only way to deal. The only way to deal. Because otherwise you've got to constantly go in there and fiddle with damn equipment. Talk about aggravation. I mean, you have to do that anyway, but it's double aggravating. If you can believe such a thing possible, you're like, I don't, Uncle Tenfey. Why must you turn the Tenfey channel to a bed of lie? Like, did you say a bed of rice? Are you making barbecue chicken? Okay, where do we want to explore now? Certainly not advancing the game. That's the last thing we want to do. If we fly around here, so right northwest of the Wind Temple, which we're going to go in and get a free heal from. Actually, we don't need to because of a plot-related thing. I just realized that we're about to do. All right, this little town you can't get to normally unless you happen to have some sort of airship or black chocobo. Licks. Get your licks in. Son, so this is Bart's hometown. It's like a completely optional area. You don't really have to come up here. But, you know, why not? It's got this sorrowful, reminiscing music. Also, this old man. Son, make sure to take it easy. That's what I've been doing, riding around on Boko. They sell any good magic in Bart's hometown? I like how the magic shop's just some guy's house. Asuna. So if you didn't manage to get that out of the chest in the exploding castle, this is where you can buy it. Also, he just sells one spell. I mean, it's useful, but I want to diversify your inventory there just a tad. I half returned. You've been waiting for me. Okay, I guess we'll talk over the fireworks, and that way I can misunderstand something you say to me, and it could be very frustrating. My pappy got sick. I mean, have you just learned about this? I'm pretty sure he died a while back. I am all grown up. That's everyone's favorite thing about me. Son, this must be Bart's good friend. Let's reminisce. Oh no. Apparently little Bart's was playing hide and seek with his friend, and he hid on the roof of a 3-story house. And then I guess his friend just gave up because it became nighttime. And then he slipped and almost broke his neck. I guess that explains why he's afraid of heights. Look at this character development, son. Has any character in Final Fantasy history had such character development? You're smart. SMRT smart. They're gonna call you smarts. Idiot. This is the house in question, by the way. You can't actually go inside. It's a creepy house with no doors. I like how they have all the stores in one building. That's convenient. I can't get up here and talk to this old lady. Some bard moved into my house. What? That's the worst news I've received yet. Hey, asshole. Yeah, I think I will. I guess Bart's just left. And unlike the Elric brothers, he didn't burn his childhood house down. So this bard was like, hell yeah, it's free real estate, baby. Let's check this little pink music box real quick. Well then, seems Bart's mom came down with a classic case of JRPG mother syndrome, son. Mothers in JRPGs never make it to the credits. Oh, also, the most tragic thing about that backstory is apparently they only had one bed. Yeah. Say something, I dare you. Son, it's my childhood bed. I got a lot of memories, son. I'd tell you some of them, but you'd never be able to sleep in it again. Okay. Oh boy, thanks. You took my tragic memory and made another Bard song. Yeah, Bards. Oh yeah, I haven't described the new jobs we learned earlier. I guess now's a better time than ever. Where are you at in this list? Okay. Ranger, they equip bows. They can call animals. And they have the aim ability so that bows, you know, don't miss so often. Kind of like Rosa, the hot white mage girlfriend of Final Fantasy IV. The only real reason you'd level them is their master level skill is really good for other melee jobs. But it's not something you'd want to use throughout the game. And then bards are just spoony. They equip harps, they can sing songs that buff the party or sometimes debuff enemies, and they can hide. Everyone stand up and clap. I like her ranger outfit. She doesn't get like the Robin Hood hat, but she gets like a cool like feather in her hair. Macaroni indeed. And her bard's just another type of bard. Galef, he looks like a more classic, stereotypical, ye olden time Sherwood Forest era hunter. His bard looks like a distinguished orator from like ancient Greece. And Ferris gets a cool jaunty chapeau and a headband. There you go. But yeah, bard songs. There are several of them. Might Allure. You got to remember what they do because the description, there is no description. And here's the grave. Here lies Stella. I guess your dad died in distant lands. Son, it's one grave for one person. It's like General Leo. Well then, I suppose we should visit the store. Son, here in Bart's hometown, he gets items for half price. So this is where you want to stock up, potentially. If you wanted to stock up, potentially. And we might as well get us some nice fat stacks so we don't ever have to buy them again in the future, which is forsaken, I've been told. This would be your best place to get gold needles. There we go. Hopefully they don't sell any good equipment upstairs to make me regret spending my money. Got enough spears? It's a trick question. You can never have enough spears. Okay, so here's where you can finally buy munitions for your ninja, including the water scrolls. You get to drink from the water scroll. You can also buy some of that ninja gear and green berets, but we already know where they sell those. Okay, I'd love to get some shurikens, but if you ask me if I can afford them right now, I'd say sure I can't. We got 2 of you, 4 of you, none of you. So let's get a couple, 2, 3 of each of these. Let's get you all up to 5. And then let's get you all up to 10. And it looks like we have just enough money to get you all up to 15. I loaded 15 tons of number 9 scrolls. And the ninja boss said, well, bless my soul. All right, we'll be throwing ninja scrolls with both hands, son. 90s otaku love it. The inn. Apparently nobody works the kitchen. Son, it's free. Well, that's good. He realized some asshole bard took over my house, so he's gonna let me sleep here for free. What a nice heartfelt moment we had with old Captain Ferris. And we didn't even have to bring up that time that we all thought that she had a penis. The good old days, we call them. Okay. Fun times in optional villages. The Black Chocobo's like, are you done getting through your childhood trauma? My God. My God, you crowd. Okay. We're going to fly over to Isatori Falls. Isatori Falls. All of this land you're seeing here is just area you would never have any reason to walk across. But once again, it's just quaint little world-bending nonsense that I love in every Final Fantasy with an overworld map that you have to cross. So, every Final Fantasy before 10. Basically. Okay. So here's the actual waterfall. We're not going to go chasing that. TLC's like, thank God. Thank God. So this is the town, but we don't got any money to go in there and deal with anybody just yet. Oh well, we can still make our presence known. The Warriors of Light are here, and we're broke. Oh, we get this jaunty tune again. Don't mind life at a slower pace. That's why you're a shepherd, son. Well, you're the worst starting class in Ultima 4, apparently. The huge waterfall I flew over it on a black chocobo. Oh, does the waterfall make you have to piss yourself? Is that what you're implying? Some monster dressed like an old feller's wandering in the woods. He'll zap you like a bolt of lightning. He'll make your heart jump. Is it Mr. Bumpy? Did he gobble up your socks before you turned your head? Because that's the kind of thing he loves to do. I think I know all of these. Yeah. Ain't nobody selling no good magic no more, man. Ah, the fields. Bah, black sheep. Better stay away from the sheep in the corner of the pen or he'll kick you. Got a bad attitude, does he? I don't care. I'm still gonna slap him on the ass. Poke, poke, poke. Oof. I like how there was a spoony bard hiding down here. He's like, I saw you get kicked in the nuts by a sheep, and now I want to write you a song. Romeo's Ballad. A song of love. I see. It's actually one of the more useful bard songs, if such a thing was possible. Okay, is there any way I can get out of here? Do I just live here with this bard now? Spoony as he is? Spoony as he is. Spoony as he goes. Hey, old man. There's a treasure behind your great-great-grandmother. My God. Well, she lived 700 years ago? He's like, fuck you. If I knew how to get back into town, I'd show you a thing or two. So yeah, we have to leave town and re-enter. Okay, I forgot you're the piss man. Block the road to the falls. You sell anything good in your armor shop? Yeah, they ain't cheap. Son, there's no festival of the hunt here for us to win, so we have to buy a coral ring. So these rings are interesting. Flame ring makes you absorb fire, take half damage from ice, and double damage from water, I want to say. And then the coral ring makes you absorb water, take half damage from some other element, and take additional damage from lightning. It's like the opposite of Final Fantasy IX's coral ring. The angel ring's just a really good defensive ring that prevents, I think, old and zombie status. So I wouldn't mind having them, but they ain't cheap. Jesus, put down payment. Hey, old man. I'll tell you. Okay, he tells you. Absorb fire, protect against frost, weak to water. Absorb water, protect against flame, but weak to lightning. Like Pokemon starters. The ribbon. Well, that would be nice. I actually have a ribbon, but nobody here can wear them unless we turn into a freelancer. Prevents most status ailments. I took a spin around the flower bed and found something good. Okay, then. Let's take this hot tip. Can't believe there are still frogs sleeping. Did he hear a frog? I want to hear a frog. There he is. I heard him. And he dropped the black magic spell Toad. What an interesting situation. Okay, we explored the town. And nothing was to be found. Actually, we found several things. Okay, so you were saying something about a creepy old man in the woods. We'll get right on that, but first, I've got some black magic shenanigans to get up to. Somebody needs the learning ability. And we actually could stand to put black magic on you and give you a thunder rod. Just hit Optimum and then give her a thunder rod. That ought to work. That ought to work. Or excuse me, Black Chocobo. That ought to work. He doesn't get it. He's a modern Chocobo. They all queer. Final Fantasy VIII's the last time Chocobos used to work. Son. I would say back when Final Fantasy was still good, but I love Final Fantasy IX, so that's not true. Oh, wow. I didn't have to use control. You did exactly what I wanted you to do. And use Dark Spark on Ferris. I'm almost insulted if it wasn't so damn convenient. Ooh. And then everybody die. Dark Spark. So that's an enemy skill that halves the target's level. There's some shenanigans you can use on based on that. All right, we can put you all back to the way you were then. How convenient. Flame Rod, since Ifrit is our most powerful summon. Maybe we could get an even more betterer summon. You're like, more betterer than Ifrit? That's not possible, mainly because it's made up nonsense words. Hey guys, you remind me of a bunch of assholes I'm gonna thunder scroll. Just keep wandering around the woods. Mini dragons. Gonna be mini dragon these nuts. I forgot to put my water scrolls up at the top. Water scroll. And then you can hit them with an aqua breath. Dead. Hell yeah, that's where you get your money and experience. She learned how to do it two-handed. Finally. Okay, what are we going to change you over to now? Could make you a ninja and just be flat busted. Flat busted ninja crew. Yeah, why not? The only thing better than a ninja is two ninjas. It's doubly true. You heard it on the news. No NSJ drawbridges. So many Homestar Runner references. Hey. Let's see. I, once again, didn't put my inventory the way I should have oughta. Done it to myself. You played yourself. Aqua breath. Building up them money stores. Mr. Krabs looking over at his second monitor all of a sudden. Okay, where are my water scrolls? Oh, they're right there. Almost exactly where I wanted them to be. How convenient. These damn drinks that we can't even use yet because we don't have the job class that lets you drink certain potions always auto-sort themselves up above. Same thing with this damn dark matter. Let's do that. It doesn't dark matter. Now what happens? I'll never give up the fight. Here we go. Rama. Hiding out here in the woods. Rama? Ramu? I just call him Rama. That's what I've always called him in every Final Fantasy. I'm not going to stop now. Death Claw. The claw that kills people. Excuse me. You might not know I said this. I always forget where it is in this list. Death Claw. The claw that kills people. Thank you. And then he casts a blizzard spell. Son, apparently he recognized Ifrit was hanging out with us. Ifrit's like, Rama-sama, don't you know? The cool new thing is to be a summon for the Warriors of Light. And then Rama's like, hot damn, I'm there. Is Shiva there? Is she still hot? And Ifrit's like, no, she's an ice entity. Rama's like, God damn it. You never got my humor. All right, we got the Rama item. And if we use it, we will have that summon unlocked. It's a good thing. I love the little effect. So now she can do big thunder damage. Let's fight a few more groups of them little mini dragons, son. We'll get us some Wendy's Frosties, and then we can imagine these mini dragons. Oh, hey, this asshole. Silence. And death. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rebob, rebob. Our black chocobo's being so patient. Man, I can't get the good fight. So this single mithril dragon encounter is what replaces the Rama encounter once you've defeated him. Also, apparently you can like sell that Rama item and then I don't know if he reappears in the woods or if you could just never summon him after that. There you are. There you crowd are. I ain't got nary lick of MP. Flame Scroll. Just this once. Because you earned it. You might have a lick of MP. Yeah. Dead. Smoke. Shiva. Moontaru. 4269s will be just enough to get me through these trying times, son. Okay. We're gonna fly back to Bartstown, pick up a few more elemental scrolls, and then we might actually advance the game state, son. You're gonna faint. You're like, I must be hearing things. Thanks, old man, for getting in my way. I remember why I left this shitty town. So I guess Bart's had to travel with his dad, because after his mom died, his dad was like, well, I guess I can't leave the kid home alone, son. People in this town are so damn nosy. I'll end up on Dr. Phil. Now tell me, Dorgan the Warrior, why did you think it was okay to leave your young son Bart's home alone? Because he's the main character in a JRPG. 269s. Interesting. We'll take one more water scroll for the road. Hell yeah, the perfect amount of gil, boys. The perfect amount of gil. And I get to sleep at the inn for free. Why pay for the 69 when you could get it for free? It doesn't quite work. But it's still a funny joke because it has the number 69 in it. Man, this guy's gonna go out of business. Not that it's my problem. Yeah. Okay, if we fly around the world, not only will Daft Punk write a catchy song about it, but it'll get us to where we're going even faster. I'm not sure, because I think the prototype appears on multiple of these little islands, but I don't know if it's any of the ones with a forest on them. That's how he gets you. Also, if you wanted to visit Jakol for some reason, you'd have to land in that forest and walk all the way down there. Dodging mountains, boys, dodging mountains. So this is the town of Ruin that we actually want to visit. So of course there can't be one patch of trees around it. Instead, we have to cross this entire desert. Well, not this little one, obviously. The desert of shifting sands. Look at this interesting pyramid that we'll never visit. Okay. Game state advancement commence. Oh no, a bunch of monsters back attacked us. We'll never survive the battle. The answer lies in the heart of never surviving a battle. Flame scroll. Did I tell you ninja's real good? So the scrolls aren't as good if you don't have something boosting your magic. And luckily we do. You dropped an elixir and a turtle shell. My God, are we going to be able to use all of our elixirs this time? In Final Fantasy IV against the final boss, I was just shotgunning them. All right, do we want to keep leveling you as a time mage right now? We could turn you into one of these other jobs. We could make you a spoony bard as a joke. We intentionally gave him a terrible job class as a joke. A spoony bard with Gaia. He can sing songs about Gaia, the fierce knight. The songs can be useful in certain situations, but it's hard to shake that spooniness, son. Edward did a lot of damage. He set bards in Final Fantasy games back 20 years with that performance of his in Final Fantasy IV. Okay. Hey. Fight. And silence. The desert of shifting sands. Let us save. Galef immediately gave up. What happened to your speech about walking 15 miles uphill, son? Across the shifting sands to get to school every day. Oh, did you two follow us? Do they get attacked by monsters too? It's just like when Brian Irons is dragging Sherry Birkin through the streets of Raccoon City to that orphanage. It's like, did he have to fight the zombies and monsters too? A bridge. You'll use a bell to call the sandworm. I guess this crowd can't walk without rhythm. And apparently we're going to use its corpse as a bridge. Not the most sophisticated of methods. You aren't that sophisticated of a guy. Damn, Sid. Cutting him to the quick. Do it. Use any magic on the sandworm. Oh, I think I'll manage. Somehow. Hole. Oh, James Sunderland. Looking up. He's like, I thought that hole was gone now. Alright, so normally you'd have to worry about hitting this thing and targeting the right holes and taking it down. But remember when I told you Aqua Breath does big damage to desert enemies? Well, this is a desert enemy, so let's see what it does. Yep. Maybe another Aqua Breath. I couldn't even get two out, son. Just like Dune. I'm pretty sure the water kills the sandworms in Dune, right? Did I make that up? Am I thinking of the Weapon of Choice music video? Which one has Christopher Walken dancing on the roof? Hooray! Thanks, guys. Sid mid. Revolver. Take care. Good luck. Alright, there's actually something I would like to steal in this desert. So this is how we're going to do that. This is just how we're going to do that. Beef blood. For the big shot. All right, all right, all right, all right. And whoosh. Okay. So this bear has a rare steel that I want that you can't get anywhere else. So it's probably going to take a while. So let him become as frogs. Oh, never mind. Oh no, I accidentally killed him with a quicksand pit. Galef was accidentally the best character in the party as a spoony bard with Gaia. Gaia the fierce bard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone's impressed. Get Aqua Breath, nerds. You're like, Aqua Breath nerds sound delicious. Do they come in a big mix box, or do they have a second flavor too? Do they even still make the boxes of nerds that have the two flavors? I feel like you only ever see the big box. The rainbow box. So that's where we actually want to go. But I'm just going to keep doing this because I want to fight another one of them damn bears. And maybe not kill it this time. As a joke. Uh-huh. Sakaguchi's ghost hard at work. Oh dear Jesus, this is one of the things I hate about classic JRPGs, including Final Fantasy, is how the game loves to not give you the damn encounter you want. All day, every day, all day, every day. This is our lives now. I'm not leaving until I get that rare steel. So you're just kind of buckle up and hunker down. Hunker for a hunk of sand bear. It's just never going to happen again, isn't it? This is our lives now. This is our lives. The days thereof. I'm going to throw a water scroll. I don't think it does bonus damage. I think it's specifically the Aqua Lung spell that does bonus damage to desert enemies. Of course, they're not fans of it, definitely. I wouldn't say they enjoy it, but it is what it is. Okay, good. Of course. Okay, luckily he doesn't have a common steal, so we can just keep trying to steal over and over. Because, okay, here's what I wanted to do originally. Romeo's Ballad. Alright, he's now stopped. You're like, well, that seems really useful. Oh, Tenfey. I was under the impression that bards were spoony. I'm like, oh, they're spoony. Oh, they're spoony, little Jeffy. They're all spoony down here. Okay, he became Ass Frogs. So now we don't have to worry about him beating us up. We just had to worry about the tedium trying to steal this damn item. Uh-huh. So the worst part is you got to sit here and pass everybody's turn over and over until he actually manages to steal the damn thing. Or you can do emulator shenanigans. Uh-huh. Okay. I think emulator shenanigans are back on the menu, boys, but I'll jump you right ahead in editing if I hopefully remember to do that, so you don't have to sit here and watch it. First time, every time, baby. First time, every time. I totally didn't sit here for 15 minutes doing that over and over. To quicksand. Become as dead frogs. Find passages. Receive treasures. All right, so the reason it was so important that we steal this javelin is not only is it a powerful spear that we want to have, but it's actually the name of the spear that Freya starts with in Final Fantasy IX. It's true, look it up. Or just play Final Fantasy IX. Stop watching me run my mouth and play a genuinely amazing JRPG. You're like, oh, thank goodness you finally got that one javelin. Now you can get on with the playthrough, right, Uncle Tenfey? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get one javelin. No, Tenfey viewer, we need 4 javelins, and it's not going to be swift. And it doesn't matter for y'all because I'm just going to edit it so that you don't have to watch it. I'm going to save you from my nonsense, my madness nonsense. It'll all be worth it in the future. Trust me, son. Trust me. Alright, I don't know which of them he'd kill with a sandstorm. So we're gonna have to whittle it down to the sand bear. The sand bear. I couldn't sand bear it if we killed the sand bear. One nice thing about a bard is you can stun lock certain enemies. You're like, man, every time you talk about bards up with Tenfey, they just seem better and better. I'm like, no, it's their spooniness. It's like how you can't kill Mr. Poofers in a scary story that you tell on Halloween. Son, you can't. Totally write off the bards. The bard's tale. My God. A miracle. I don't have to edit anything. I just got one. So apparently you have a 10 out of 256 chance of stealing a rare item. And if the enemy has a common steal and you steal that instead, then they just won't have anything for the rest of the battle. So if you're playing this game non-emulated, it's real tedious to get some of the items. You can eventually get a time spell called Return that resets the battle, and that's what you have to do. And it's not fun. Appreciate your emulator shenanigans, kids. This is a PSA from your old Uncle Tenfey. I'm gonna turn my chair around backwards and I'm like, hey kids, let's rap. I'm Uncle Tenfey and I'm here to teach you to use emulators responsibly. Or just use them however the hell you want. I don't care how you play a video game. Like, oh, okay, so I can play Final Fantasy IX and have Zidane or Vivi win the Festival of the Hunt. No. No, that's not what I meant. Why do you want Gil or a shitty Tetramaster card when you can have a good accessory? I'm not biased, you are. Oh, hey. You look like some asshole I'm gonna steal from. It is interesting, though, that this random bear in the desert just has a good spear that you can't get anywhere at this point in the game. He looks real dour, I think is how I would describe him. Mainly because I don't exactly know what that word means. All right. Let's gear up for round 2 of emulator shenanigans. Or round 3, because, well, no. It would be round 2 of emulator shenanigans because we didn't have to use them previously. Son. That's the joke. That's the joke. Look at that. That actually only took about 30 seconds. My God. My God, we're being spoiled. I don't even need to leave and save. All right, that should put us at 3 javelins. That's almost 4. 4 javelins. Okay, good. We don't have to pray for another sand bear. God, I was praying right then for the miracle of just having the damn thing. Okay, I'm gonna use Gaia and see what happens. And if he whirlpools the bear, okay, good, he did. I was just gonna rewind. When it comes to stealing items, I'm not above emulator shenanigans because I hate this shit. It gets even worse later in the game, trust me. Final Fantasy IX was the first game that, like, fixed this because in that game, the enemies have rare steals, but the thing is, you can just steal every item. As long as you keep trying to steal, you could eventually steal every item they have. You don't have to worry about stealing a common item and being like, well, I guess I'll just restart the game. Of course, apparently there's a boss, the Heel Gigas, that has like a rare flute for Ico that's really, really hard to steal. So, I don't know your mileage will vary, I guess. It depends on how much you plan on using Ico in your party. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. All right, time for more emulator nonsense. There we go. It only took about a minute. Man, that first one took like legitimately 15 minutes. I've gotten really lucky with the other three. I think Sakaguchi's ghost wants me to get on with this damn playthrough so that he can torment me more later. Okay, good. 4 javelins. If we had 10 times that many, Lex Luthor might get interested. Ain't taking my javelins, asshole. Superman's like, you tell him. Uh-huh. I'm too upstanding to use language like that. That's why I got my boy Tenfey. I'm the new Jimmy Olsen, son. We need a series of comics. It's like Superman and his super pal Tenfey. And it's always something like Superman throwing me into the Grand Canyon. And I'm like, why, Superman? And he's like, because I fucking hate you. And you're like, oh, that must be like clickbait, like those old jerk-ass Superman comics where it looks like he's killing his friends, but there's some dumb convoluted reason for it. And then you get to the comic, and it's just 15 pages of Superman silently flying through the sky, carrying me over his head. And then when he gets to the Grand Canyon, he just spikes me. And he's like, asshole, you shit talk Lex Luthor one time, and I'm done with you. Like, damn, Superman fucking fight too much, man. I'm gonna go hang out with Batman. All right, we're well rested and quite invested in continuing forward. So let's step into the town of Ruin. Excuse me, Gone, the town of Ruin. I didn't realize it had a proper name. All right, let's wander around and see if we find anyone interesting to talk to. King Tycoon, what are you doing hiding in the bushes, man? You're creeping. You're creeping on us. What unsuspicious behavior. Are you a ghost? You have to tell me. Or the Warriors of Light. You have to tell us if you're a ghost. If only we had Scooby and Shaggy here to split up and get chased around. They're like ghost magnets, son. And ghost magnates. Alright, he must be in one more spot that I need to look at with my eyes. I have to look at King Tycoon with my eyes. There he is. I knew you lived in the bushes with Senor Card Gauge. Well, you tricked us into falling into a trap hole. What an asshole. Lynn, has anyone ever told you your dad's a huge asshole? And Ferris comes over and slaps me, and I'm like, why are you mad? I hate to interrupt this tender moment of two princess sisters reuniting, even though they've technically been hanging out for a while now. But I love that Bartz and Galeb are just laying there like a sack of peeling potatoes during this. He's a tough old Gus. I like how Gala fell into different sections, so we're like, well, he's just dead. He's in the back rooms now. We need Wendigoon to do a video about him, and then that's it. Maybe he'll find them boys that drove up into the mountains and fucking died. It's such triumphant music as he makes himself known. What a fun moment. All right, these are the ruins. The Torca ruins? Well, anyway, there's some blue magic we want here. So let's make you a less useless job for once. What do we want you to be? Be all that you can. Let's make you a thief? Is that less useless? I want to give him the control ability, but I want him to be able to contribute to battles as well. The answer lies in the heart of contributing to battles. Tell you what, we'll make you a white mage with control. White mage control. And then we can put learning on you. And that should work. Hot damn. Apparently we just worked these worries away, son. Work these worries? We warped these worries away. Is obviously what I meant to say. It seems we will warp beneath the town of Crescent. My God, that's one way of telling us not to go back in there. Jesus. Sakaguchi wanted to make sure. Meanwhile, apparently Sid and Mid decided our black chocobo now belongs to them. All your chocobo are belong to us. Above and beyond the call of duty, son. It was just like modern warfare. Apparently we're third person omniscient. Can't go back in there. So I guess we were warped to another set of these ruins that were below Crescent. Remember there was some guy in Crescent who was like, hey, sometimes they find weird shit in the desert and then they also find it around here. Isn't that odd? Isn't that odd? Inconspicuous old man in mine. Apparently he was talking to androids 19 and 20. Oh boy, we can go to bed. We found some strange ruins and we don't know what dangers are present, so let's just go to bed. Oh boy, books to read. Well, never mind. Treasure chest I gotta have. Need to have a treasure chest jangles. Oh boy, when I press this button, this wall will disappear. Something is carved in the wall. Check the planters in the center room. A mystery. We'll solve this mystery and we might even rewrite history. No, I can't go to bed. I gotta check the planters. I thought he meant peanuts. The notepad in the room on the right. Who is leading this here breadcrumb trail? Made you look, neener, neener, neener. Did the bookshelf from the Library of Ancients write this? Boys, apparently Bartz is genuinely upset, and I don't blame him. 'Tis another note. Check the urn. Apparently we have to earn that shit. The urns. Did you guys hear a frog? Are you the one leaving these messages? You better hop away. Go down 6 and write 4 and pull what's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So apparently the joke is that you're supposed to pull the switch. Well, Sakaguchi got me good. I learned many. I found shuriken. I found shuriken. If you're wondering if I can solve scavenger hunt puzzles and obtain powerful throwing weapons? Sure I can. Oh, does this button actually work? The Chocobo's like, finally, I can go back to chilling in my woods. And then go to Fuddruckers, son. Even the Chocobo knows. The fire-powered ship that sunk. We found it. How convenient. So are we at the bottom of the ocean? What's this strange ship with propellers strapped to it? Well, how convenient. Sid, we find an airship and Sid is just willed into existence. They rode the Black Chocobo over to Crescent Island. I hate to be the one to tell you all this, but you're not going to find any cute rat ladies. That dream's dead. Somebody mod this game to put cute rat ladies in it. Him downstairs, sir. Him downstairs. What say ye? HotDiggityDemon.com. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That's all it takes to repair an ancient airship. Hot damn. Yeah, it is amazing. Mid. It's not mid. This airship isn't mid. There you go. You Zoomers are like, damn, that's relatable dialogue. He's like, finally, I can fulfill my destiny of being a Sid in a Final Fantasy game. Apparently there was a monster hung over the side. We'll have to do something about that. Hey! Oh no. If only there was some way to defeat you. Somehow we won! And we got a nice frost bow for our troubles. That overgrown lobster just got served with cheese biscuits and mashed potatoes, son. I wish I knew what the original line was in Japanese. Somebody get Legends of Localizations or Tim Rogers of Action Button to tell me what that was originally in Japanese. You think Captain Ferris would have the most experiencing piloting a boat, even if it is a sky boat? Once again, Sid from Final Fantasy IV screams from beyond the void. Don't you call that damn airship a sky boat? Well, there you go, son. The world is our oyster. We shall not want We can go wherever the hell we want now that we got an airship. Son, we have to cross the overworld map, but we can do it in style. I like that it tells you where you left your chocobo and your windrake. Not that we would ever need them again. Son, this is end game shit. Hot damn. Well, I suppose we should land back in here and let Sid Amid know that we've broke her in, son. Of course, the resale value of this airship dropped in half the moment we flew it off the lot. Everybody knows that. Oh, excuse me. I forgot we have to go around the stairs. It's like trying to find the bathroom in Danny Sexbang's mansion from the song Mansion Party. All I want to know is where the super tight tiger room is. Great googly moogly. So many books, so little time. Well, your granddad doesn't seem that dissuaded. Just saying. So we didn't actually have to come back down here. I'm just doing it for flavor. For flavor. Savor that flavor. As they say. You're like, I don't think people say that. I'm like, I think they do. I think in this one instance, that's something people have said. There's a reason savor and flavor rhyme. All right, the Earth Crystal. Let's fly over to the ruined town. Now that we can land wherever the hell we want, you know, as long as it's grassland. Can't land in no desert or no forest or nothing. Oh, look, the town of Jockhole. I can just come here whenever I want. I see. Apparently the entire ruins underneath the ruined town just lifted off into the sky. That's interesting, I suppose. That's something we should probably tell Sid and Mid about. Next episode. You're like, damn you, Uncle Tenfey. Damn you. How dare you leave me suspended upon this cliff of anticipation. You ne'er-do-well. Yep. I'm going to fly around the world. And y'all are just going to catch me next time. Son, how about that? How about that?